It would have been nice to go south. Unfortunately, due to a certain lot of circumstances, I've had to change my plans. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, I was originally going to go south down to Washpools National Park, and we were stopping at Bald Rock on the way, and I got within 1 kilometre of Bald Rock and my tyre completely disintegrated on the trailer. Wow, I've come out camping, or I'm attempting to go camping, and my entire tyre's blown out. It's kind of annoying. If I had just had a puncture, I actually have a repair kit for the puncture, but there's no repairing that. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take it off the trailer and then take the rim into the town. Could be the rest of the day. And I actually don't have a spare. I've got all the stuff I needed to repair a tyre, but you can't repair a tyre that's been blown out, that's for sure. That's been my last couple of days pretty much, just trying to figure all that out. I ended up damaging the rim, which is annoying because I actually found a spare. My dad gave me a spare tyre, which came from Brisbane. We met halfway. I think I probably did over 6 hours of driving, probably more. Made it up to Cullingham's Gap, where I've made arrangements to meet my dad, hopefully to get a new tyre. Then we'll go back and have to fit it onto the rim and fit it on the trailer. Probably end up sleeping in the car tonight, I reckon. I don't think I'm gonna bother setting up camp. So this morning I went on Facebook Marketplace and I found a 31-inch tyre, which I bought. It was only 50 bucks, so it's not too bad. But unfortunately, it's scrubbing quite a fair bit. So I don't think it'll make it back to Brisbane. Righto, so we've finally got the car back going. I hope it lasts because that tyre is scrubbing a bit. The pain in the neck. It's supposed to be a 31-inch tyre, but I think it's a bit wider. Anyway, check out this little rest stop I'm stopping at. There's cool little rock formations out there. Pretty cool. Righto, made it out to camp. Got myself a nice little salad. We're out at Girraween now. See whether we make it to Sandthorpe. I've got 2 days here though. I thought I'd have a bit of a break from the tyre problems and do some walking. Here you go, off on a mission to Dr. Robert's waterhole. Looks like we're the only ones in the car park, which is crazy considering how hot it is. Pretty sure this is the only spot you can really go swimming. Hopefully that doesn't mean that the swimming's not very good, because I'm going to be disappointed after a walk over the waterhole. Expecting the waterhole to be actually pretty good because we've had quite a fair bit of rain. Look how green the grass is too. It's pretty green for out here. Here we go, Dr. Robert's waterhole. It's looking pretty good. Pretty sure it's just tan stained like this.
Talk for hours and never slept. Two silhouettes on the concrete steps. You watch the sun as it slowly.
That's nice and refreshing. That's awesome. So yeah, you guys are probably wondering why I haven't posted much on this trip yet. We're 2 days into a major trip, and yeah, I just find it quite hard to post when things aren't going right. But I will be honest about it. Yeah, things don't always go right on these trips. What's important is that you make the most out of it, I guess. Like, I'm still out here. There's no tyre places open till tomorrow. There's no point me trying to rush home. I may as well at least come out and do a little bit of camping.
This could be the best thing that I'll ever do.
Hey, I'm back at camp. You can see the pyramids behind me, which is pretty cool. Probably blocking it. Yeah, just up in the little rock garden. There's plenty of these around in Girraween and they're always pretty cool to explore. There we go, cooking up some steak and some mac and cheese for dinner tonight. Gonna be a pretty good one, I reckon. Got steak on there. Mac and cheese is just, I made it myself this time. It's just pasta with 3 cheese sauce. Doesn't get much easier than that. There we go, it doesn't get much better than that. Back on another walk, we're going to go do the Pyramids track. This is one of the most iconic walks in this national park, and for good reason too. It's pretty epic. We're going to go up there right now. There's so many kangaroos around. They're everywhere. Here we go, 1.7 k's to the pyramid. I'm going to start off with that one for today, and then we'll probably go do the other walks around this area. I think you've got the Granite Arch and you've got the Bald Creek loop, which technically I'm going to be on part of that to get to the pyramids, so may as well finish off the circuit on the way back. This is the first time I've ever done this hike in summer, and I must say that everything is very green. It's pretty cool, really. Like, just have a look around at everything. We're up to what appears to be where we started climbing, which I consider the worst part because it's quite boring. Just stairs. We're up to the stairs of Girraween. Here we go. We're at the start of the climb to the pyramids. Out of the stairs now. This is where the track gets a lot more interesting. Everything from here on up is just epic views. You can't really get lost on this climb, at least. They've got all these white markers which you just follow. As long as you follow these, you can't really get lost. Yeah, this definitely wouldn't be a good climb if you're scared of height, but it's definitely not a hard one either. Pretty easy going. Go over the top and now you have the second pyramid, which is for rock climbers only apparently. Wow, here we go at the top of the pyramid. 360-degree views of all of the granite belts. Doesn't get much better than this. There we go. Wow. It's always great being up here. Come over the other side of this epic peak and check out the balancing rock. Look at that. It's crazy cool. Yeah. Second pyramid out there. The climbing routes. Look, I can hold this rock up. See if I push it over. Don't think that rock's moving anytime soon. Anyway, I'm going to head back down now. I've got to go into this Warwick, I think. Taking a rim. See if I can get it measured up and get a new rim. Wow, it is hot today. 30 degrees, so nearly 32 in some spots. So I've come back out for a swim at the Dr. Roberts waterhole. It looks like I've located a place where I can get a rim and tyre, so we should be good for tomorrow. I've still got to limp my camper trailer over there. It's not in good condition at all, but now I think it should be alright. Got the Dr. Roberts waterhole. This is one of the top spots, I reckon, when it's hot like this. I don't recommend coming to Girraween, honestly, in the middle of summer. I wouldn't have originally. Originally I was going to go south. I think the weather would have been a little bit cooler. But we're going to make the most out of a bad situation and may as well enjoy the watering hole a bit. It is something I wanted to do back when it was cold, but obviously it was too cold to swim. And it is quite nice. This time we're going for a swim. Okay, so I think I'm going to go do a new walk today, one I've never done before, called the Junction. I'm definitely sure we've done Bald Creek back in the early days. I don't think I've filmed it, to be honest, so we'll also be doing that, which is cool. So 2 new things that I've never posted before. Here we go, crossing back over the creek by the looks of things. Must say it is hot. Bald Creek Circuit and then the Junction. Pretty cool. Like we're coming up on this junction, another 250 metres. There's supposed to be some good swimming holes according to the sign. As you can see, it's pretty stunning. It's where the Bald Rock and Ramsey Creek both combine. So even supposed to be some white sandy beaches. Yeah, finally made it down to the junction of Bald Creek and Ramsey Creek, and it's pretty cool actually. I wasn't expecting it to be this cool. Might even go for another swim. That's pretty warm compared to the watering hole we went to earlier, which is not surprising because it's running along hot rocks in the middle of the sun. Starting to head back out now. Thought I'd come along the creek rather than going through the walking track and check out this little waterfall. Definitely worth walking along the creek a bit. Back at where the junction of the 2 trails is, we're going to start heading back that way, finish off this Bald Creek circuit. It should be interesting because I think this is the more interesting part of the track. We had to cross over the creek at least once. This would be the old campsite that used to be here. It's a long time ago now since that was being used. But this year was that. I remember camping here as a kid. It's pretty cool. Yeah, they've completely closed it off, unfortunately. Just left it to Mother Nature. But I must say, they have done a good job with the new campgrounds. So if you want a more of a bush retreat kind of area, this was a nice spot. Yeah, interesting story I remember about staying back there. And that's the reason why I've put guide ropes in today, even though there's absolutely no wind, is we had probably some of the strongest winds I've ever had when camping. There was no storm, it was perfectly sunny like this. It was just constant winds. And you could literally see people's tents flying down the street, it was crazy. But yeah, that's one of my oldest memories of Girraween, I'd say, and it was back there at that campsite, which is pretty cool. Made it back to camp. I'm going to cook up a nice feed. I think I'm going to do burgers tonight, so that should be tasty. Wow, we finally got the issue fixed. Got a new rim and tyre from Warwick. Dad actually bought the tyre up from Brisbane. So yeah, we're back on the road again, which is great. There's no scrubbing on this tyre, which is great. I can put my hands behind the back of it. That's what you want to see, right? I just thought I'd stop at this rest stop to talk about something that's important, I think, when everything goes wrong, and that is making the most out of a bad situation. So I have everything I need to change a tyre on a rim because I don't have a spare on my camper. Unfortunately, there's actually not really a spot for it, but I think I'm going to have to change that after this. I needed to make the most out of it, right? I had a camping trip planned I had to wait till Monday anyway to ring a tyre place, and it turned out I had to wait till Tuesday to actually get a rim, because they had to get it in from, I don't know where, probably Brisbane or Toowoomba would be my guess. And yeah, we explored Girraween National Park, which is honestly a blast. You can't go wrong with Girraween National Park. Well, that brings us to the end of another epic adventure. It didn't really go as planned, as you saw, but we still had a good time. We're going to make it back out to Bald Rock, and we're going to make it out to Washpools National Park as I intended. It's not that far to go, so it will happen. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on it.